Welcome back, everybody. We are getting ready to work on the dryer vent. So this is one of those things that when you've never done it before, you don't know anything about it. And I didn't until just recently when I started looking into it. The dryer is gonna back up right here. So I'm gonna have to move that stud over to the left a little bit and put another one over to the right. Jafana's got the dryer box that I ordered, and I ordered the biggest dryer box that they make so that I would have more room to get everything pushed up to it. Plus, I wanted to have a little more room to work with in getting the dryer vent up to the roof and out the back. One of the things, having never built a house before, I didn't think about how is the dryer vent gonna get out of the house? Well, for us, I built a false wall right here, and my reason was I've got to take the vent up through the roof. I don't want to go through this plate right here because those studs are actually load bearing. I don't want to mess with their ability to hold weight. So I built a false wall in this closet, and it's okay because it's my closet. Think about that. I'm a guy and I get my own closet.
You need your own closet.
It's not on the side of the house where my bedroom is, but I do get my own closet. I built a false wall so that I can lean the pipe back just a little bit, angle it over, and take it out between these joists above where the drywall is going to be and outside. It's a fairly short run, so as far as tolerances go, as far as the specs go, I'm well within the specs. It's just that coming up with the manner in which we're going to lean this out and get it up there so that, number one, it doesn't significantly decrease the amount of length I can have. And number two, I want to make sure that it's easy to clean so that when I pull the dryer out there and run something up here to clean this out every year, hopefully I'll do it every year, it's easy for me to get everything taken care of and I don't have any worries about clogs. Jafana ran out to the shed to get the saw for me, and I'm gonna take a quick opportunity to show off these floors. She went through here and cleaned everything up. Since this is a construction zone, there's a lot of dust, but these floors are still beautiful even though we've been working on them and dropping things on them. They still look great, and we're very happy with the way this acid staining turned out. It's hard to keep things orderly. This is a two-person construction zone right now. So we're working hard to get things done so we can get in here. Here we go. Ooh. 17 is going to be smack in the middle of the space.
I just noticed that pipe sticking out.
Honey, we've already talked about that. Pipe's going to be right there, going right to the ceiling. There's not negotiable. We've had this discussion. Right. Oh, watch out. That's not nailed in. She just said, I just noticed this pipe is right there. Yes, we've had this discussion. I'm not cutting a hole through the supports for the walls.
I got an idea.
Okay. All right.
A cabinet's going there.
Okay, that's fine. We can box it out, but that pipe goes up there. That's vent. We've had this talk.
I'm putting a gladiator cabinet right there. And we're going to cut out the back.
Center of where I'm putting that 2x4 right there. Center of that one. What's that, the presence of electricity?
Yes, it's so nice. Civilization. Oh, I think you're good. Oh, maybe not.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Are they going in all the way?
Well, maybe there's a cement floor underneath.
Oh, yeah.
So this box, this is the DB480. As I said, it's the biggest one that they make. I'll put a link to it in the description. Now, ordinarily, you would either need to have a 6-inch wall. You can see it sticks out a little bit. You would either need to have a 6-inch wall, or you would need to put furring strips on the front of it so that it sat in the wall properly. But because I've got so much space here, because I've built an additional wall behind it, I don't have any of that problem. And the instructions are on the back.
Did you just Google it?
I did just Google it. I just had to take a break and Google the instructions, but apparently they're on the back. For me, since this is a false wall, I don't really have to worry about it. The only concern that I actually have is there's going to be drywall on this wall, so I have to make sure that they can put drywall in here. I will probably put a 2x4 right here for additional support, just for the drywall. But I'm not going to put another 2x6 until I get over to about here, because I've got to be able to go up between these joists and out. So there's a little tab right here that you fold down, and then you fold the bottom of it up. And basically that's set up so you know how deep you need to put your vent into this thing so you got the right depth. It slides right down there. Perfect height. I just got to make sure it doesn't jump around. All right. Now I'm going to clean up this edge a little bit. This is only about 2 1/4 inches deep, so. Joy.
It was a bit of a struggle, but eventually I was able to cut a hole through it with a drill and a hammer and a pry bar and a screwdriver.
Yeah, not too bad. All right, that'll come up through there, and then the other one will fasten onto the top of it and go that direction. I'm gonna do it slightly off. There we go. That's done. It's gonna come back out of there once I get this fastened in, but.
Ow!
That hurt you?
Can you stop doing it?
Alright. Bring in the crimping tool.
What does that look like?
It looks like a crimping tool. There's a pair of snips and there's a crimping tool. Should be pretty easy to tell the difference between the two. I'm just making it a little tighter circle so it's easier to get that on there. All right.
Will we ever use these again?
Who cares? We need them now. I can't do the job without them now. It doesn't matter if I never use them again. Let me have the pipe that you just took to the other room. Oh my goodness. Hey. There's no crimping of the butt. I'll work on that joint and make it a little smoother, the transition. But it goes up, not bad. Up and through. And through.
Do you think we can get outside the house today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Very close to being the right length. These are 5-foot lengths, and I've got about 4 feet 11 inches to get all the way from the wall to here. When I put the two of them together, there's a 3-inch overlap And then I've got 6.5 inches of wall plus about a 1/2 inch of siding on the wall. So all right. Ooh, no, through. Hope I didn't break it. Let's see. Well, yes, it is. Ugly, but it'll do.
I had the camera set on high speed, and that's probably not a bad thing, because it took quite a bit of time to get through the cement siding. I've already used this hole saw around the front of the house on one hole to get through, and it's quite dull, even though I tried to sharpen it up with a file.
There we go. Hey, look at that. That'll do it. Supposed to be 4-inch, but it's not tight. Well, that's not good.
Necessity is the mother of invention. I'm sure that I'm not the first person to come up with the idea of putting a little crimp in it to make it a little shorter. The best part about it is it's done and you don't have to go to the store looking for something else.
There you go. That's your answer. All right, now that's extended. This pencil is here simply as a spacer, just because when I stick it in, I want to make sure that it doesn't lay flat against the foam, because it's a 4.5 inch hole and a 4-inch pipe, and I'm going to fill this void with foam. I want it to be able to go all the way around.
So we don't get the pencil back?
We're taking the pencil out once I get it inside.
Okay. Just making sure.
It's a spacer so that I know where it needs to sit.
I got the spacer.
All right, you're gonna get silicone on you. It's gonna get on you right next to your attitude.
You know, I got the spacer. It's hot out here.
Naturally, I forgot to put the insulating tape on the pipe until after I'd already put the silicone on the face. Fortunately, I remembered it before I put any of the insulating foam on the pipe.
Do you attach it on the inside?
I attach it from here. Well, that's the outside. That's pretty good. So I use that as a spacer, and I got the foam in on the other side.
Code requires smooth wall solid pipe. It can't be any of the corrugated or flexible stuff. And it has to be attached mechanically, which means with a screw. And it can't penetrate more than 1/8 of an inch on the inside. Find your screws early because it's hard to find anything that small.
Now that I have the entire run for the dryer hooked up, I've got everything fastened in. It goes all the way up. It's a nice, clean, straight line going across and out of the building. But we're not done. I have to seal that. It has to be airtight. And there are a couple of different products that you use to make it airtight. This articulating joint lets you do everything from straight to 90 degrees. And every one of these little seams, these places where it joins, is another spot where air can leak. And you have to go ahead and seal it completely. You can use tape, you can use this joint sealant. I'm going to use both. I'm going to put this stuff on the seams, and then I'm going to come back and wrap everything nicely with tape.
Watch your head. Oh my gosh.
You're just a little late.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Ow.
I'm fine.
We're back on the build and we finished the dryer vent. We have approximately 11 feet going across and about 8 feet going down. Code says you can have 35 feet. So we're taping all the seams.
Your length of run is 35 feet for the dryer vent. Don't forget that you lose 5 feet for any right angles and 2.5 feet for any 45-degree angles. It was pretty simple to do. It was a lot more complicated in my head before we did it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit that like button on your way out, and we'll see you guys again at BreakHeart Orchard.
It's in my face.
The max is 15 feet.
35 feet. Oh. I'll put a link to it in the description below. I'll put a link to it in the description below in the video. I'll put a link. Good God.